Hi everybody, welcome to AI Expo Africa 2021 online. My name is Nick Bradshaw and I'm the host of AI TV. We're broadcasting live from the show today, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce two key people that we're going to interview today. We've got Stefan from Telkom, who's the head of strategic insights, and we've also got Esther Hoogstad, who's the founder and CEO of Enlabler. And welcome to the show, guys. How you doing?
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. No, great to be here.
Well, Stefan, we're just starting with you. Look, first of all, thank you to Telkom for coming on board and supporting our event this year. It's great to have you. I know you joined us as BCX and Telkom when we did the face-to-face event. So it's great to welcome you back for the online show, and also the support that you've given us this year, and also on the corporate social responsibility side with the launch of the Telkom Innovation Wall. So thanks very much for that. But do you want to tell people a little bit about yourself and what you're doing at Telkom and the launch of the new product today?
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. No, thanks, Nick. It's been such a great day so far. Thanks for all the hard work that's gone into the show. I mean, it was really incredible to kind of see the keynotes this morning, and just all of the excitement around what's happening in the space in South Africa and obviously internationally. Yeah, I mean, my journey with Telkom started probably about 4 years ago, when we really incubated a data science capability for the group. And it's been tremendous just to see the incredible support that we've had internally for this AI journey on the Telkom side. And so, yeah, I guess our sponsorship here of AI Expo is just really kind of an evolution of that. So, yeah, it's great to have our Telkom Foundation also participating and kind of coming on board as corporate social responsibility partner. I think Telkom has been for many years been doing work in stimulating education in those key STEM subjects. And so for us to come alongside that and to help support from an insights and analytics perspective, the work that the foundation has been doing to kind of focus that a bit more on AI, and now to also have a team of more than 50 data scientists that are kind of working on real problems within Telkom, but also then on some products and services that we believe can have a significant impact kind of up in South Africa and Africa as well.
That's great. I mean, it's fantastic work that you guys have been doing, and you've got this interesting collaboration with Esther and her team. Esther, do you want to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about Enlabler and the work you guys have been doing? It's been quite pioneering.
Sure, thanks, Nick. So as Enlabler, we offer data labeling solutions for international and domestic clients. And we actually have developed a platform that connects our community of young African transcribers, labelers, and annotators with our growing range of international clients. I think we spoke last year as well at this event, so it's great to be back. And I think regarding the collaboration with Telkom, which has been 18 months, not years, in the making. We have been exploring some great opportunities together, especially in the transcription and local language space. So that didn't go over one night ice. We have been working on it for a long period of time with all our teams involved, did a proof of concept, and then, now we're really ready for the big launch, which Stefan, I'm sure, will tell you a bit more about.
So I mean, the very interesting thing is that AI-enabled translation, speech to speech, text to speech, speech to text, text to text. Obviously, a lot of what you might call global North languages have already been translated and have engines for them. But obviously, for African languages, I think there's 2,000 languages across the African continent. Those translations and those engines at the moment are still evolving. Some haven't been done yet. So this idea about creating tools and services that cater to local languages for local people to access technologies and the related services is very, very important. Do you want to explain a little bit about the journey that you've been on with that?
Yeah, happy to Nick. I mean, you're spot on. So this is obviously not a new market, and there's a lot happening in this space, and particularly internationally. but we really believe this is a service that also should be delivered in Africa for Africa. And so, I mean, even how we work with Enlabler in terms of adding human transcribers kind of into in a network approach creates real jobs in South Africa that can supports our economy and supports this kind of AI growth. So that's been a key element of the reason for the partnership with Enlabler. It was actually interesting, Nick. We met Enlabler for the first time at the AI Expo. So you were the matchmaker a couple of years ago.
I think the booths were next to each other, and yeah,
100%. That's exactly right.
Could have even been a free booth, I think, potentially there for Enlabler, just to help you in. So yeah, I'll you can buy me a dinner one day.
You must take some royalties, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe to add on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Jason.
I think if you think about it, obviously 70% of the global population lives in Africa, and only on the African continent on its own, just to emphasize what Stefan just said, there's over 2,000 languages and dialects spoken, if not even more, cross-border. There is a linguistic similarity between languages spoken in South Africa and other parts of the continent. And often what we see is that those global engines and machine learning models in the ASR or automatic speech recognition space have overlooked local languages, obviously, because volumes are low, but even the English version of how South Africans speak English, which is already a different accent than how I speak English with my Dutch accent. And there's not really an appropriate transcription model on the market. For example, if you look at Google or AWS Transcribe, that is accurate enough to deal with those accents. So what we see is that in a way, markets are being underserved, and there's a limited level of access. And if you then at the other end see the acceleration of global content creation, the acceleration of remote working, the acceleration of, for example, doctor-patient conversations that have to be done remotely because of all kinds of reasons through a screen, then you can already imagine, now in order to offer that to a bigger group of people, we need to be able to localize. We need to be able to also make it simpler for people to understand certain content. So for example, transforming audio or video to subtitles and captions, which you see a lot on the social media platforms happening today. And what we've been working on in the last few months is actually testing that concept on how can we offer the human in the loop, like Stefan said, to bring new financial wealth and employment to South Africa. But we also have a team in Kenya that, for example, speaks Kiswahili. And then at the same time, leverage of the great work that the Telkom Group has been doing in this innovative AI space, with offering a model that can also spit out automatic transcription. So those two hand in hand are what brought us to launch our new concept.
So I think for anyone watching the video though, Esther, I think it's also important that they understand the business model that you guys are operating on. It's not a commercial model, it's a hybrid model that is actually helping local people get involved with this this work, and at the same time give them a job. Do you want to explain a little bit about your business model, because I think that's quite interesting too.
Oh, great! Yeah, thanks. I think ultimately we serve clients that expect a certain level of quality and accuracy output, but at the same time we aim to grow this digital ecosystem of AI-related jobs like data labeling, annotators. I already mentioned reviewers, data analysts, even project managers. And what we see is that there's great hubs doing this AI type of work in Europe, in the US, especially in Asia, but we haven't really seen a player that is conquering this for Africa to bring that innovation to the continent. So it's not only about creating contract jobs for young people that we train and educate and help, but also to grow that ecosystem, like I said earlier, because now you bring a skill set into the marketplace. And that's ultimately how I believe the South African economy with the current unemployment rates has to grow. We need to create new industries or more clusters of companies in certain areas. And if that can be stimulated through the work we do at Enlabler or the launch of our new platform in the language space, that would be our ultimate aim. And that's indeed not so much a for-profit aim, but definitely an impact aim.
Well, let's talk about that new product that's evolved from the coming together of Enlabler and Telkom back in 2019. which I'm very pleased to hear we help facilitate. But so today is a great announcement. I think a press release has just gone out, and the product's called Isway. Is it Isway AI? Do you want to explain that, Stefan, a little bit more?
Yeah, happy to. So yeah, that's right. So the platform's called Isway.ai. Really a multilingual. We talk about it as a multilingual technology platform that can transform your audio or video data into text in your local language, and so it really provides that platform for individuals, so retail or businesses to use that platform to kind of get text-related services from their audio and video data. So whether that's kind of adding captions or subtitles to video content, or transcribing or translating those services into your local languages. And so this first launch that we're doing today is really the start. Our objective is to kind of learn as we go. And so a key part of this launch is just to get some user feedback. So we've published a survey, a user survey on the website. If you go to isway.ai, you'll see there's a couple of questions for users and potential customers to participate in. And that gives us a little bit of a sense of the potential demand for the different types of services and what customers are willing to pay and how they want to engage with the platform. And so it'd be great to have many future users kind of participate in that, and that helps shapes our next phases and next releases, that we know kind of how, at what price point should we be pitching some of the services, what features are important for customers, and that's a philosophy that we really want to embed in how we kind of move forward through these phases, is to make sure that we actually take on board what customers need and be responsive to that.
And the website that people can find the product and access it, what is the URL?
Yeah, it's Isway, IZWE.ai. And so you can just type that in, and it'll take you to the platform. And then there's a couple of sections just explaining what the proposition is, the different phases that we're approaching it in, and as well as in that survey. The bonus is if you participate in the survey and you give us a little bit of feedback, you'll get 5 hours free transcription as a starting point. So it's great. Really looking forward to that.
Brilliant.
Maybe to add on that, Nick.
Sorry, go on, Esther, carry on.
Yes. No, so maybe to add on that, it might sound a bit foreign for a lot of people, like transcriptions. I don't have 5 hours of audio that I want to win when I complete this survey. But if you think about it, there's a lot of different use cases that come to your daily life. If you think about interviews you might be doing for studies, recordings of board meetings, if you think about doctor-patient conversations in healthcare, transcriptions of parliament conversations, or even transcriptions of legal court cases. And now it might even be something else. You're recording a piece of content that you would like to have also written down in text. So we all have consciously or subconsciously been encountered with the work of ASR models, or automated speech recognition models, and ultimately dealt with the outcome of transcription. So video content was a good example as well. We are airing a show now, not only in the South African market, but for example, in Kenya, and now we need to have it subtitled in Kiswahili, right? So we really welcome anyone that has those 5 hours of audio or even less to upload it on our platform. We will give instructions on how to do that. And even if you don't have that audio ready yet, please do fill out the survey. It will help us a long way. We have obviously seen a lot of opportunities in different industries, and we made some assumptions, but we really want to test those assumptions with all of you. So exactly like Stefan just told us.
So true product development using the crowd, which is probably the best way to evolve the product from the ground up. So we'll definitely make some noise about that for you guys, and we'll put some notes in the YouTube channel below for everyone to connect with. So I mean, look, just to wrap up, I mean, one of my sort of questions was, I know the model that you started, Esther, in Cape Town. Are you taking the Enlabler model and looking to create a labeling workforce in Johannesburg and Swane? Are you looking at taking that model and replicating it there?
Yeah, definitely. With the help of great partners and clients like Telkom, I think it also helps us accelerate the work. We indeed have a labeling hub physical on location in Cape Town. We have a first crew ready in Nairobi and in Johannesburg. Yeah, I can see it grow from there, definitely. But there's also a lot of power in the 24/7 remote working platform. So it's not all done on location. It's just in some cases it's better to meet people, but then otherwise we'll offer other opportunities. So yes, thanks, Nick.
Brilliant. Well, I just want to say thank you, Esther and Stefan, for joining us on AI TV and joining us at the show. I'm glad that the show has historically brought and created this union. I mean, this is really what we're about as an event, as a community, connecting people, sharing knowledge, bringing people together, bringing businesses together. And it's just amazing to hear that a product has now originated from our previous event and now is there for the benefit of people to start using. So I just want to say thank you, Esther, thank you, Stefan, for joining us today, and wishing you well with the ongoing development of the product and the relationship that you've forged.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Really appreciate it.